Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with part 4 of building the Furious 7 Toyota Supra. I hope everyone out there is enjoying their holidays and having a nice break, getting a chance to get some stuff done if they want to, or just relax. I was able to get quite a bit more done on the Supra, although a good portion of that is kind of backtracking. The first thing is, when I put this front air dam on, I actually glued it on not quite straight. The driver's side was a little far forward. So what I needed to do was I needed to add that little fillet that you see there and then shave down the leading edge right here so that it matches the passenger side. And I think that worked out pretty well. I needed to do a little bit more work on it right out of the box because it originally came up to about here and there was supposed to be a light, a corner marker light here, so I needed to bring that down right here anyway, so needed to do a little reshaping, just kind of included that filler in there. So while this one was self-inflicted, I also ran into a couple of problems with the trans kit. The first problem I ran into was with the wheel hubs. And you might remember in the last video I had the first of the photo etch brakes in place, and I had the wheel hubs just as they were out of the kit. Well, I found out that the wheels are a little too wide to leave them like that, and so I needed to grind them down so that they were even with the face of the brakes, as otherwise the wheels stuck out too far. So I had to do that at all four corners, and now they're where they belong. And the other problem I ran into was with the tires. And you can see how the sidewall is kind of chunky on these and just generally ugly looking. So what I figured I'd do is I'd just put this on the inside so that the cleaner side would be out. But unfortunately they're directional tires and all four are cast exactly the same. So I was either going to have two tires on backwards, or I was going to have two sidewalls that look terrible. But fortunately, they're just straight recasts of Aoshima tires, and I happen to have a few extras in my parts bin, so I was able to swap those out. So now I've got all four tires facing the right direction and looking good. I've also got the engine in place, and for the most part that went together with no problem. There's a little bit of an issue with this vertical hose right here. It doesn't quite line up the way that it should, but it's so buried that I don't think you can see it. Got a little more detail to add on that, but for the most part that's finished and ready to go. Just need to add snorkel pieces over here, and I might add a little more wiring. I haven't decided yet. And to represent Paul Walker's car, it should have a tower brace, so I'll be adding that as well. And the last thing is I've got the interior 99% finished. I added a metal emblem to the steering wheel, I got the shift lever in, everything's assembled, and the only thing that's still left at this point are the two front seats, and for those got them painted. I just need to add the Sparco seat decals to them. I thought I had some, but it turns out I only have Recaro decals, so I had to order some Sparcos and they're on their way. They should be here anytime. And once I add those, I'll be able to finish that off. Overall, I'm happy with the build. Again, Tamiya kits have earned their reputation of being very high quality. There were a few things that I wish the trans kit had either made clearer, like the wheel hubs, or done better, like the tire sidewalls, but even with those little issues, I think the photo etch components, the air dam, the wheels, all made it still a worthwhile purchase. I'm hoping to have this wrapped up over the New Year's weekend, and then I'll be back to work on the Munster coach, so check back then to see what's new. Thanks for watching.